Two Worlds, Caravaggio and the Sound of Desire. Good evening. Today, I will take you on a journey through a time full of conflicts and passions. I'm going to tell you about two paintings that look like twins, and yet, inside they carry entire worlds. Two versions of a lute by a Michelangelo Merisi de Caravaggio. Two plays, two dialogues with the viewer. One at the Hermitage in St. Petersburg, 1596, and the other at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, circa 1600. Two lute players who, if you look at them enough, will look back at you. Classical building, historical context, Caravaggio in Rome. Let's go to the end of the 16th century in Rome. The young Caravaggio is almost unknown, poor, irritable, talented, and dangerous. The city is boiling with religious conflicts, while at the same time the villas of the cardinals are transformed into small courtyards of art, philosophy, and sensuality. There, in one of the most brilliant hearths of this unofficial Renaissance, Cardinal Francesco Maria del Monte stands out. Patron, music lover, protector of science, and for Caravaggio, savior. It gives it shelter, food, and, most importantly, models, themes, and purpose. It was in this context that the first Lutterier of the Hermitage was born. Musical score, the Hermitage's Lutterier, 1596, a poem of flesh and sound. Here we see a young man, possibly a friend, lover, or even a personal model of Caravaggio, holding a lute in his hands, while in front of him are flowers and musical leaves. Sparkles, details, and symbols. The lute, an instrument of private seduction and elegance, alludes to physical and erotic pleasure. The scores are recognized as love songs by Jacques Arcadel, such as Voi sapi ch'io vi amo, You Know I Love You. The painting sings, literally, the flowers in full bloom but also with signs of withering, are vanitas, a reminder that what is beautiful is also temporary. The young man looks at us directly. There is no idealization. There is only looking, desire, and silence. The face, melancholic but slightly subtle, resembles less of a Christian angel and more of a lover waiting to be answered. Musical notes, the Metz Lutterier, circa 1600, the flesh became light. A few years later, perhaps after his first conflicts with the law, Caravaggio painted a second version. The same title, same issue, but another world. Artist palette, stylistic and thematic. The young man is more fleshy, the face deeper, less ethereal. The score is no longer erotic. It probably contains religious motets, perhaps ironically. The light is sharper. Caravaggio has matured, has known the darkness, and paints as if trying to save himself. The glass of wine at the bottom of the canvas denotes a secret pleasure, perhaps erotic pleasure, perhaps guilt. Here Lettieri's is not looking at us. He is absorbed, but his mouth, slightly open, and his hand on the strings, carry an intensity and anticipation. Moneybag Financial and Collecting background. Both paintings follow separate paths. The first, in the Hermitage, remained in court circles in Italy and passed into the hands of Russian collectors, gradually recognized. The second, by the Met, was for years considered a Caravaggio school, until historian Maylande Melpolder proved its authenticity. The work sold in 1909 for $40,000, a huge sum for the time, now over $1 million in value, and was included in the collection of Tycoon J. Pierpont Morgan, who donated it to the Met. Rainbow queer reading, gaze, desire, identity. And now, let's move on to something that is not often discussed, but touches the heart of the works. The two Lettieris are not just musicians. They are objects of desire. The way they look at us, the posture, the flesh, the moisture on the lips, it's no coincidence. At a time when sexuality was under oppression but present in every yard, these paintings function as erotic iconostasis. Someone, perhaps Cardinal Del Monte himself, had these paintings in his private room. He was looking at them. He felt them. And Caravaggio, who never complied with conventions, offers us the experience of the queer gaze, the gaze he desires without apology. As historian John Gash wrote, Caravaggio does not paint musicians. He paints the silence before confession. Puzzle piece in conclusion. Two paintings, one confession. One Lautier is lyrical and fragile. The other is sensual and dark. Both, however, sing to us. Maybe us. Perhaps the one who ordered them. Perhaps the painter himself. If we look at them enough, we will understand. These paintings are not just works of art. They are erotic gazes imprinted on oil and canvas. It is the touch that was not made, the voice that is going to come out, the breath before love.